Someone can't stop thinking about you after what happened when you. Archangel Michael says, "My beloved child, listen closely because the air around your name is trembling with meaning. A door that looked closed has started to breathe, and the breath carries a memory that refuses to fade. Tonight carries a thread that pulls a heart back to the moment you changed everything. This is viral news about you. In the next 24 hours the echo grows louder. A thought of you keeps circling like a light that never burns out, and it keeps returning to one scene. The scene is the turning point where gray stepped in and truth stood tall beside your name. Someone cannot stop thinking about you because your silence was stronger than their noise. Your dignity spoke without a single word, and your confidence rewrote the script they thought was permanent. You did not chase, and that became the message that keeps replaying in their mind. You walked away with calm, and calm became the thunder that shook their world. You chose peace, and peace became the mirror that showed them who they were and who you are. That choice is now the lighthouse pulling their thoughts back to you again and again. Type Amen 333 to receive this blessing now. The moment they keep reliving looks simple on the outside, but it moved mountains on the inside. You placed your worth back in your own hands, and the ground under both of you learned a new language. Your name now carries the weight of a promise that does not bend. Comment, "I receive my confirmation," to seal it. Their days look normal, but their thoughts keep stepping out of line when your name appears. A song in a cafe reminds them, and a color on a stranger's jacket carries your light. They try to dismiss it, but the memory stays like ink on the skin. Your glow has timing that disarms pride and awakens honesty. Your patience is not waiting for approval, it is carrying a crown that no hand can steal. The more they remember, the more they understand the value that stood right in front of them. Comment your first name to align with favor. You did not break when pressure tried to bend your spine. You breathed, you blessed, and you built a future that respected you. That future is now calling to them, and the call sounds like the first morning after a long storm. Their sleep is not empty because your kindness keeps turning the pages of their mind. They replay the way you forgave without weakening your boundaries. That balance is the melody they cannot silence anymore. Archangel Michael says, the next 24 hours carry a sign with your initials. A message arrives through a post, a number, or a familiar phrase that lands softly but firmly. The sign confirms that your name is being handled with care by higher hands. Comment, "I claim this sign," to lock it in. The memory that captures them most is the moment you chose stillness instead of proving yourself. Stillness turned into a mirror that showed them how loud their fear had become. Your stillness now lives in their chest like a clock that keeps perfect time. You looked like closure, but you became the opening. You looked like goodbye, but you became the blueprint for honor. Your absence taught them the value of presence. Comment, "Honor follows me," for agreement. They hold their phone and type your name, then delete it, then type it again. They start a message, then stop, then rewrite the first line because words feel too small around your light. Their courage is growing because the pull is stronger than their hesitation. You are not waiting at a window because you became the window. You are not staring at a door because you became the doorframe that truth must pass through. You carry a home inside you, and real ones knock before they enter. Comment, my heart stays protected, to stay covered. Their circle knows something changed because they keep asking about the calm in their eyes. The calm arrived the day they admitted your depth was not replaceable. Their pride is learning the gentle art of humility. Your name is a soft key that unlocks better choices in them. Your voice once taught them to breathe through the fire, and the lesson stayed longer than the flame. Now they are ready to speak with care that matches your standard. Comment, better choices only, to align. A turning is scheduled in quiet hours, and it carries your reflection. You will notice a sign in the timing of a call, a message, or a post that looks ordinary but lands like destiny. Trust the steady rhythm of what is meant for you. Your worth is not a negotiation because heaven already stamped it. Your peace is not a favor from anyone on earth because it flows from a higher river. Your heart is a sanctuary and its doors open to truth only. Comment, truth only enters, to agree. The reason they cannot stop thinking about you is simple and strong. You carried integrity when the room rewarded noise, and your integrity became the magnet. You walked with softness that never compromised steel. They remember how you refused to compete with shadows. They remember how you blessed them even when misunderstanding tried to stain the moment. That blessing now returns multiplied, and it searches for you by name. Comment, multiplication finds me, to receive. The timeline is bending toward you in a way that refuses rush but refuses delay. You will feel it in your body like a deep exhale that finally lands. The waiting was not empty because it built the muscles required for the weight of this answer. You are not chasing closure because clarity decided to chase you. You are not begging for proof because fruit is walking into view. What is yours stands, and what is false fades. Comment, clarity chases me, if you are ready. Their heart keeps traveling back to the day you chose softness without surrendering your voice. That day rewrote the map, and now the roads all point to your name. The pull is not illusion because honor is the gravity. You held boundaries that did not bruise love. You carried kindness that did not water down truth. The combination became a signal that heaven amplifies. Comment, I carry holy balance, to affirm. You have stepped into a chapter where your value is understood without debate. Invitations come, conversations soften, and efforts multiply correctly. Every room that respects you will feel like a sunrise. Expect a confirmation in the language of timing. An hour you keep seeing will appear again with purpose. A sequence like 111, 222, or 333 will mark the path like bright stones under moonlight. Comment, I follow the markers, to agree. What happened when you chose yourself did not embarrass love, it matured it. Your steps taught your spirit that love thrives in bright rooms with open windows. That knowledge turned your heart into a wise traveler. They remember how you raised the bar with quiet hands. You stopped explaining to those committed to misunderstanding. You honored your breath, and your breath became the sermon. Comment, my breath is sacred, to protect it. On the other side of this reflection sits a message shaped like care. It does not rush, it does not push, and it does not confuse. It knocks with gentleness and stands with consistency. Your name is protected, and your lane is clearing. The next move will feel natural like water finding its level. Peace will remain even as momentum grows. Comment, peace remains, to anchor it. The memory of your goodbye is not a wound anymore, it is a guidepost. It points to the standard you will never lower again. It points to the future that matches your capacity. Their realization tastes like honesty and sounds like apology. Whether words arrive or not, your soul receives what is aligned. The rest releases without struggle. Comment, aligned and released, to seal it. You do not chase validation because your foundation is already poured. You do not beg for presents because your table is already set. Those who belong will sit with clean hands. Your name is being mentioned in rooms where your absence once felt heavy. The mention now carries respect instead of noise. The wind that once scattered you now gathers you. Comment, respect surrounds me, to agree. Archangel Michael says, the window opens with favor that fits you perfectly. No force needed and no fear required. Your steps find the ground that promises to hold you. The person who cannot stop thinking about you is learning what love looks like when it is brave. They are learning that silence can be guidance and distance can be medicine. They are learning that you do not belong in half-light. Comment, I belong in full light, to stand tall. Your journey does not end at attention because attention is not the goal. Your journey lands in mutual honor, steady care, and daily gentleness. These are the signs you accept and nothing less. The next 24 hours carry a nod from heaven that matches your prayer. It may look like a message, a bridge, or a release that frees your hands. Either way, your peace will recognize it immediately. Comment, my peace recognizes it, to agree. You are stepping through a doorway that hears your name correctly. You are attracting voices that speak to you with the tone you deserve. You are meeting actions that never ask you to shrink. The memory they carry is doing important work, but your focus remains on your lane. You honor yourself so deeply that every connection must honor you the same way. This is not pride, this is alignment. Comment, alignment only, to affirm. Your story breathes in quiet confidence. It does not beg for stage lights because it carries its own sunrise. It does not fear endings because it knows how to plant beginnings. You will notice small alignments becoming waterfalls. You will notice gentle yes turning into doors that swing wide. You will notice your heart staying soft and safe at the same time. Comment, soft and safe, to keep it so. A message finds you, and it will feel like a calm arrival. There is no chaos in what belongs to you. There is steadiness, honesty, and clear intention. Your name is oil on the hinges of new favor. Your steps do not creak because they are made for this floor. Your smile will tell the full story without a single extra word. Comment, made for this, to claim it. The one who keeps thinking of you is standing at the edge of a lesson. Your light taught it and time confirmed it. The lesson speaks this simple truth that worth is non-negotiable. You do not hold resentment in your hands because your hands are too full of purpose. You do not hold bitterness in your mouth because your mouth speaks life. You do not carry regret in your chest because your chest protects peace. Comment, purpose, life, peace, to agree. Your tomorrow greets you with open windows and clean air. You will breathe and realize how far you have come. You will walk and notice how steady your feet have grown. Nothing about your value needs defense anymore. Nothing about your path requires apology. Nothing about your love asks you to disappear. Comment, no defense, no apology, to affirm. You are remembered because your essence is unmistakable. You are sought because your spirit carries rare clarity. You are chosen because your standards bless the room that chooses you. Archangel Michael says, "Heaven honored your choice and is now honoring your future." Every sign will move with patience and strength. Every step will carry confirmation and calm. Comment, I am honored and calm, to seal it. The reason someone cannot stop thinking about you is wrapped in the day you return to yourself. You did not slam doors, you closed them with kindness and held your head high. That posture wrote your name in a gold ink that time cannot fade. Your life is not waiting for permission to bloom. Your garden has already started, and every seed is sprouting on schedule. What is meant for you arrives with clean hands and steady eyes. Comment, clean hands, steady eyes, to agree. The next scene carries you forward with dignity. Expect alignment that feels like a familiar melody you finally remember. Expect care that shows up without confusion. You now live in rooms that match your courage. You now host conversations that match your wisdom. You now build plans that match your capacity. Comment, my rooms match me, to close this chapter in strength. Stand ready for the gentle knock that carries truth. Stand ready for provision that fits your blueprint. Stand ready for love that keeps its promises without noise. Your name carries light that does not flicker under pressure. Your heart carries strength that does not harden under delay. Your path carries favor that does not evaporate under scrutiny. Comment, light, strength, favor, to complete this alignment. Nothing about you is accidental. Nothing about this timing is random. Nothing about this confirmation is fragile. You are the answer to a question that your spirit asked long ago, and now the answer stands in front of you in living color. The memory that keeps returning to them will finish its work with honesty and care. Your soul receives only what matches your standard and your peace. Comment, my standard is protected, to close the circle with grace. My beloved child, the hour carries a hush that recognizes your stride. You move like timing itself decided to wear your name. The room adjusts, the air steadies, and every step understands what to do around you. The memory that grips their heart has turned into a compass. It points again and again to the dignity you held when pressure tried to bend the moment. That dignity now pulls outcomes into alignment without noise. Your softness trained the future to arrive with gentle hands. Your boundaries trained respect to show up at the door fully dressed. Your consistency trained provision to keep its promises day after day. Type Amen 333 to anchor this grace. The thought of you stretches across their morning like sunlight under a closed curtain. It slips through anyway and warms everything it touches. That warmth refuses to leave because it has found a name that fits. Your name is a quiet bell that calls honesty to gather. It rings through conversations and straightens the posture of decisions. It turns hesitation into motion and motion into steady progress. This is the cadence of favor walking through your life. It does not rush, and it does not stall. It keeps perfect time with your healed breath. Comment, perfect timing, to agree. They carry the moment you chose peace like a photograph they cannot put down. It is folded carefully, opened often, and studied until understanding rises. Understanding has turned into care, and care is ready to speak with clarity. Your feet have learned the route that avoids chaos. Your hands have learned the work that multiplies correctly. Your heart has learned the language that only truth can understand. You have entered a chapter where fulfillment meets structure. Vision meets schedule. Promise meets plan. Type 1111 to welcome ordered steps. Your silence that day was not emptiness, it was precision. It measured the room and called each piece by its name. That precision now follows you into every decision and lights the path in front of you. They feel the pull to match your steadiness. Pride pauses at the doorway because it knows this room belongs to humility. The tone softens, the pace steadies, and intention becomes clear. You are not chasing an apology because your wholeness is already complete. You are not waiting for recognition because your fruit speaks clearly. You are not seeking a sign because signs seek you. Comment, fruit speaks, to affirm. The next alignment arrives like a letter delivered by a trusted messenger. The seal is clean, the wording is simple, and the meaning is unmistakable. It places peace in your chest and turns any remaining confusion into still water. Your spirit recognizes real care because it knows the weight of carelessness. It honors what is consistent and gently releases what is not. It understands that love is built, not borrowed. You carry a standard that heals both sides of the table. It feeds patience without starving desire. It blesses caution without dimming courage. Type Amen 222 for steady hearts. The thought they cannot escape is the way you stood in truth without sharp edges. You did not perform, you simply remained. Remaining became the sermon that outlived every rumor. Your presence edits rooms. It removes hurry, trims excess, and leaves only what serves growth. Anything that cannot honor that edit dissolves without effort. You are escorted by the right kind of attention. It is quiet, focused, and faithful. It stays when cameras turn away and crowds go home. Comment, faithful attention, to receive. Resources begin to behave like friends who know your schedule. They arrive when needed, leave when finished, and return with upgrades. Doors that once squeaked now swing smoothly because wisdom oiled the hinges. Your days are arranged with care. Priorities sit in the front row and clap at the right time. Distractions take their place in the back and remain silent. The thought of you teaches them to show up early, speak kindly, and build without shortcuts. That lesson is priceless and permanent. It is now the path they choose with intention. Type 222 to seal responsible growth. Honor keeps marking your trail with clear signposts. Each signpost whispers the same message: continue. Continue with calm, continue with courage, continue with the rhythm that has carried you this far. You walk in a wind that multiplies what you touch. Work under your hands becomes cleaner, stronger, and more efficient. Relationships around you become safer, clearer, and more generous. Their heart rests easier when your name rises in the room. Rest becomes the proof of direction. Peace becomes the proof of presence. The comment, peace is proof, to align. Your life now moves in agreements that fit like tailored garments. Nothing oversized, nothing too tight, nothing that restricts your breath. Only what is shaped for your calling. The memory of how you chose yourself teaches them to choose themselves correctly. It resets patterns, softens edges, and builds an honest spine. That honesty reaches you with the tone you deserve. You receive care that does not confuse your nervous system. You receive provision that does not demand your soul. You receive attention that does not bruise your boundaries. Type Amen 444 to ground this promise. The landscape ahead is ready. Paths are swept. Keys are cut. Seats are reserved. You are escorted by timing that respects your capacity. Every yes you say is clean. Every no you say is kind. Every maybe you hold is wise. They finally understand that your absence was not punishment. It was a syllabus. The exam is complete and the result is growth. Comment, growth complete, to confirm. Your calendar now hears heaven's metronome. Meetings fall into place. Calls happen at the right minute. Messages carry the same melody of calm assurance. The opportunities entering your field are aligned with legacy. Not quick thrills, not shallow claps, not borrowed crowns. Only what builds quietly and lasts loudly. You speak softly and the room leans forward. You move slowly and momentum accelerates. You decide clearly and confusion walks out. Type 1111 to welcome legacy doors. Your standard is attracting builders, not spectators. They bring tools, timelines, and teamwork. They bring patience for the process and honor for the pace. The one who cannot stop thinking about you has learned to treat time like treasure. They hold it gently, spend it wisely, and offer it with respect. That respect becomes the bridge that can carry real weight. You are not revisiting old cycles. You are collecting harvest. You are not negotiating with instability. You are welcoming structure. Comment, structure welcomes me, to agree. Rhythms of favor now repeat on purpose. Morning confirmations, midday alignments, evening ease. This repetition is not routine, it is reassurance. Your actions are small engines pulling long trains of results. Your words are soft rain growing forests of outcomes. Your rest is fertile ground for solutions. They feel safe considering a future with your name beside theirs because safety is the language you speak fluently. Clarity is the grammar. Consistency is the punctuation. Type Amen 555 to bless this future. Your presence is a quiet contract with excellence. It signs its name on every project, partnership, and plan. It expects completion and delivers integrity. The rooms you enter adjust the temperature to match your peace. Noise lowers, vision sharpens, and laughter returns. Joy becomes productive and work becomes joyful. They return to the moment you said goodbye with grace and realize it was a doorway. That doorway has opened in front of both of you again, this time with better lighting and clearer signs. Comment, better lighting, to step through. Provision now carries instruction. It tells you where to place, when to pause, and how to scale. You listen, you implement, and results arrive at the right pace. Your heart remains soft toward what is true and firm toward what is false. That softness draws miracles. That firmness guards them. The thought of you brings them courage not to rush and courage not to retreat. Courage to speak and courage to act. Courage to hold steady and let the right thing unfold. Type 333 to welcome courageous alignment. You harvest encouragement from simple moments. A message that carries sincerity. A time stamp that keeps repeating. A door that opens with no struggle. Your gratitude multiplies capacity. It stretches your tent without tearing the fabric. It invites more without overwhelming the foundation. They are ready to match your level of care one consistent day at a time. Not loud gestures that fade, but quiet choices that last. This is how futures are built correctly. Comment, quiet choices, to accept. Everything that is not aligned with your peace is losing power. Old triggers are retiring. Old patterns are dissolving. Old narratives are rewriting themselves to serve your wholeness. You breathe deeper than last season. You think clearer than last week. You stand taller than yesterday. The memory they hold is no longer a mirror of regret. It is a map of redemption. That map points to locations where both hearts grow. Type Amen 777 to confirm redemption routes. Your table is set with room for what honors you. Your schedule leaves margin for what nourishes you. Your circle carries voices that protect you. You move like a lighthouse that learned to rest between storms. Light on. Light steady. Light faithful. Ships find their way because you exist. They carry your name like a promise they intend to keep. The promise is simple, show up right. The promise is strong, remain right. Comment, show up right, to seal. Opportunities now prefer your pace. They arrive early, wait patiently, and match your rhythm when you say yes. This is favor matured into reliability. Your decisions no longer chase relief. They choose results. Relief comes as a bonus, not a strategy. Results come as a lifestyle, not an accident. You remain unbothered by timelines that try to scare you. Time is your ally because peace is your ruler. Peace commands and time obeys. Type 000 to reset fully into favor. The one who keeps thinking about you has discovered the architecture of love that lasts. Foundations first, frames second, finishes last. No shortcuts, no cracks, no leaks. You accept nothing less than mutual respect and daily gentleness. You accept nothing less than honesty that arrives on time. You accept nothing less than care that keeps its word. Your name continues to travel through rooms with soft authority. Doors open because honor accompanies you. Paths clear because purpose walks ahead. Comment, honor accompanies me, to finish strong. You carry a future that refuses to shrink. It sets the table wider, builds the walls thicker, and raises the ceiling higher. Every step forward is a celebration of healed standards. The thoughts sent toward you become blessings that return with fullness. The work done with you becomes templates that serve many. The love offered to you becomes a house with many windows. This is your confirmation: steady arrival, gentle clarity, right tone, right timing. Nothing forced. Nothing fragile. Nothing fake. Type Amen 999 to complete this chapter in calm strength.